And you can restore, shine, and protect, all with your 16-ounce Rejuvenate Restore. Now, here's the thing, too. Works on vinyl, plastic, metal, terracotta, fiberglass, rubber, and more. And Kelly Walker is here to tell us all about it. Hi, Kelly.
Yes. Hi, how are you?
Nice to see you.
It's great to be here again.
You introduced me to Rejuvenate. We love the name brand.
Right.
This one is the Outdoor Surface Restore, and I love that you start with the shutters, especially the ones we're seeing on the screen right now.
That is exactly, and these are the same ones. They came right from my own house. And this right here is all you have to do to completely restore them and protect them from future damage. Just wipe it on. Now, what Rejuvenate does is it fills in scratches and scrapes, eliminates dull spots, seals and protects. But what the Outdoor does is takes it even a step farther, and now it penetrates all that oxidation that you're seeing right here, clearing it up and then sealing and protecting so that oxidation will never come back again. So this right here is wet. I just wiped it on. It's going to look just like this. In fact, this shutter right here is the one that was just in that video that you just saw. This one came right off my house, and this is how beautiful it looks after you're done.
And how much would it cost to replace that versus restoring it?
Oh, it would have cost a couple $1,000s to have somebody come in and replace them and completely, and go up on the ladders and do all that stuff. And I'm certainly not going to do that.
Right.
But you can just wipe this on, and it doesn't matter the color either.
Awesome.
This is my neighbor's shutter right here. I saw him out there replacing his shutters because all of ours are starting to look really, really nasty in our neighborhood. And I was like, can I have those? And look at this. This is all he really needed to do. Now, he was already about done when I grabbed these. So.
I have two questions for you from our control room.
Yes.
Number one, does anyone in your neighborhood have a full set of shutters? Because it sounds like
Not when I'm done. Not when I'm done. I'm going to bring them all here.
Okay.
Just a couple at a time.
And they all look brand new when they're done.
They absolutely do.
But the second question is from Marianne here in Pennsylvania. She wants to know, after I use it, I've done my shutters.
Yes.
About how long before I have to do them again, or do I have to do anything after the Rejuvenate
You
step?
do not have to do anything after it at all. This has already lasted a couple of years at least on mine.
Awesome, Kelly.
This has outlasted the time we've even had this product so far. So there has not been any testing as far as how many years it will last.
Of course.
But it keeps looking like this. This was a couple years ago when I shot this one on my own house.
This was a couple years ago that he did this one. So here's the thing. I also know, may I add my own disclaimer, because I know sometimes I have to be a Debbie Downer. It depends on the weather in your area. It depends on a whole bunch of natural factors in your area, how long it's going to last, and the individual results may vary, of course. But this is 2 years in a state that has 4 really harsh seasons. So keep that in mind. I also want you to know that as I point and show you, you're getting 2 mitts along with your offer today. This is a featured price of $19.98. It's a top find. So if you've already tried it and you want to give us a call, you can call us at 800-395-1601. And guess what else? There is no reorder on this particular item number, which just so happens to be V34523. But what about our outdoor furniture too? This is great.
Any hard surface that you've got, this is going to work wonders on. Now, this is plastic, and it's got that wood grain to it, but it makes that wood grain really stand out and look beautiful again. The entire seat right here, this was outside getting damaged by the sun, by the oxidation, by the snow, the salt, air, whatever. And look at this. Comes right back to brand new again. No need to replace it. But also our metal chairs, our wood chairs. This is my trifecta of chairs, as I call it, because I have yet to find a hard surface that this will not work on. This right here, this came out of a junk store, and this wasn't inside the junk store. This was the one that sits outside because it's not good enough to go inside.
Because they call it patina, and that's supposed to be cool.
Right.
But I don't want that right now.
Not at all. Look at this. All this same gunk that was right here, it was over here. All I did was wipe it on. And this one surprised me a lot because up in these corners, on both corners, there was rust. But on this side that I rejuvenated, it actually penetrated even the rust and darkened it. Now it's still there, but it's penetrated, it's sealed, none of that water is getting into it anymore, and it still looks beautiful a couple of years later.
I get it. I get it. And remember, too, restores, shines, and protects vinyl, plastic, metal, terracotta, fiberglass, rubber, and more. I just say that because as we show you these different examples, it's not that this idea is just coming to us now. This has actually been tried on all of those different surfaces.
Right.
And works out great. Oh, look at this beautiful chair.
And this is a matter of just a couple of minutes. You can restore this beautiful chair. These sit out on our porches and they get damaged from the sun. This was a beautiful chair when you first bought it, but you want that look on it because that's what came with it. Not that dull dryness. All you need to do wipe it on and look at the difference. Look at that before and after. It makes it look beautiful and brand new again in one easy wipe-on application. That's all there is to it. And these mitts here, these mitts are lined on the inside so you don't get any product on your hand, but the product itself is also, it's not toxic or anything. In fact, a lot of it, if you've ever used any of these outdoor products meant to restore stuff, you know you have to use masks and gloves and all this. This one,
let me see. Oh my gosh.
This is an acrylic polymer. There are no heavy scents, there are no major chemicals in this at all, but it does this.
Dare I say, it smells kind of fresh.
It really does.
I mean, that's what hit me first, yeah.
It lasts. In fact, this right, I'm the trash digger in my neighborhood. This post that this lamp is sitting on came out of the trash in my neighbor's yard. But I want you to look, as you follow this down, I want you to look all the way down here, because this is another one that surprised me. Oh, there it is. That scratch right there, notice how it stops right where I rejuvenated? Yeah. I always say Rejuvenate fills in the scratches and scrapes and eliminates dull spots, but look at that. You can see right where the Rejuvenate penetrated that, sealed it, cleared it, and brought it back to its original color to look beautiful. Now on top of this post is a lamp that came from a friend's house, his friend's mom's house. This right here is another one. Every time I use it, it shocks me. You will find new uses for this every single day. But look at this. This is what it looked like before right over here. This is what is with one wipe of Rejuvenate.
You repainted it.
I didn't even clean this. I just wiped it, and that's what it did.
Can I wash the mitts if I want to reuse them over and over again?
You can absolutely wash the mitts.
Okay.
I don't recommend putting them in the dryer because they are plastic lined to protect your hands.
Of course.
And none of the fabric softeners or anything like that because it is microfiber.
Okay, close to 1,000 have now been ordered just in this presentation. This is restoration made easy. You don't necessarily have to go out and buy new. Maybe give Rejuvenate a try. You're getting 16 fluid ounces of the Rejuvenate Restorer, and you're getting 2 microfiber application mitts. Now, the easy pay is gone at the end of the day. 2 easy payments of $9.99 gets this home. And remember, it works on your plastic, it works on metal, it works on rubber, terracotta, fiberglass, metal, and more than that. That's just what I was able to put together on one card. But the Rejuvenate name means it's going to work right the first time, which I love.
Every time, absolutely. And this right here, this I can attest to because this is from my house also. This was the lamp post in front of my house. This is after I had put it on for one season, and it already got oxidized and old and dull and everything. Now, if you have birds like I had on this one, you know, you got to clean the droppings off first. But that's about it. But this, look at this. This is what it came to when I just wiped one pass of Rejuvenate on this. This is brand new and beautiful again. I didn't have to go buy this. I didn't have to get an electrician to come out there and reinstall it and do all this other work. You just wipe on Rejuvenate. But also, your terracotta, we mentioned terracotta.
Yeah.
Pavers. I want to show you something here too, because these have both were treated a couple years ago. And look, they are still protected from the water, from the elements. Everything on this side is beating up because the Rejuvenate's there. This is soaked in. This would get damaged and destroyed over time. Your pavers, the same thing.
Will it make it slippery on the paver?
No, not at all. It actually helps to add a little bit of traction as well. But
what?
Look at that. The water beads up. This paver on this side is going to get old and damaged in no time because water soaks in, freezes, thaws, and all that.
Right.
It breaks it apart. This side is going to last for so much longer because of the Rejuvenate. Now, if you're using it on a porous surface, I do recommend you get more than one because it is going to soak in a little bit more than on those non-porous surfaces.
So here's the thing. We do not have a limitless life with this item. Let me just put it this way. There is no reorder. I love the giant rooster, by the way.
Oh,
I'm sorry. He's always in the shot, and that makes me real happy.
Well, let's go right to him.
Can we please talk about the rooster? Because I can't leave him alone. But remember, no reorder here. So this is a great time to pick up more than one because we do have the Easy Pay available today. That Easy Pay does go away at the end of the day. But here's the thing. You want to be able to stock up while we have it because you're going to want to use it everywhere, including maybe artwork outside. You want to give it a little sprucing.
Right. This is, again, oxidized from the sun, from the rain, from the snow, from whatever it was sitting through. But one wipe, doesn't matter what color it is, this restores it to its original color. I don't even have to be neat about it. Anything here, this self-levels. So any little bubbles and things like that and streaks are going to self-level and look absolutely beautiful again. And you can see the difference here from this oxidized part to the part that I just wiped. This is going to look beautiful and protected now from a very long time to come. It's also for your inside.
Oh, he just told me something. I'll tell you later. Yeah, I'll tell you. It was funny. It was funny. I'll tell you later, though.
Inside, all of those decorative things that you have inside is perfect for those as well. My wife bought this at one of those antique stores as well, but it looked old and damaged. You wipe that on, it's perfect, it's clean, it's beautiful again. This, another one of my wife's. This was one of my, I actually had to replace this for her because she loved this so much.
Because now it's part of your demonstration.
But look, this is what it's supposed to look like, and that's one wipe of Rejuvenate. This is what it had gotten to look like. All the same rust, the same everything was on this side, but this side is totally, this is what it used to look like. But look at this. You can see, there's where the post was on the back. That's what it's supposed to look like. Look what it looks like now. Absolutely beautiful with just one wipe of Rejuvenate. I definitely recommend getting more than one because every single day you will find.
Can we show the shutters again? Do you mind if we go back down to the end? I want to come back down here if that's okay with you guys.
Yes.
I want to bring you back down and just show you this shutter because Kelly actually used Rejuvenate on this shutter 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Right.
And so the fact that it is lasting, the fact that we live in a state that has 4 very strong seasons, that's a beautiful shutter. And it's not a new one, it's a rejuvenated one.
And it's going to last longer now because these shutters, I mean, they look good on your house when they're new. The problem is, my neighborhood was built in about 2002, so over time, see that oxidized, that ugly color right there? This is what it's supposed to look like right here. When we clear it up with Rejuvenate, it penetrates that oxidation, it clears it, it seals it, it reacts like a lens to the surface that's supposed to be underneath, and it goes right back to its original color, including my own shutter right here, right back to the original color with one easy wipe, and I didn't have to get up and have them taken down. I didn't have to have somebody, a handyman come in, any of that.
More than 2,400 have been ordered just in this presentation. You get the 16 ounces of the Rejuvenate Outdoor Restorer. You also get the 2 mitts for that price that you're seeing on your screen, $19.98. The 2 easy payments of $9.99 go away at the end of the day, and there's no reorder on V34523 at this time. So Kelly, thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Mary.
Good to see you. We love restoring with you.
Yeah,
That's why
I love restoring with you.
Chores are no longer a battle when we have Kelly in the house. Guess what else? As we continue on, later on, we're going to talk to you about my pick of the show. It's the Sure